And you won't believe how fast you can get back. The time barrier's been broken. Our new ships can...
Enter the tardigrade, whose unique genetic makeup allows it to navigate through the network because of its symbiotic relationship with the mycelium's spores. Tardigrade is able to incorporate foreign DNA into its own genome via horizontal gene transfer. When Ripper borrows DNA from the mycelium, he's granted an all-access travel pass.
They even performed one of their sacred rituals to invoke spirits of good fortune from another realm to bless our journey. But these weren't spirits. They were nucleogenic life forms. We tried to send it back. We examined the remains and discovered it could be converted to enhance our propulsion systems. We traveled over 10,000 light years in less than 2 weeks. We'd found our salvation.
So you'd need to replenish the supply. And that means killing another life form. And then another. How many lives would it take to get you back to the Alpha Quadrant? I think you know the reason we're under attack. These aliens are trying to protect themselves from you.
Every time I sacrificed one of those lives, a part of me is lost as well.
I might believe that if I hadn't examined your research. These experiments were meticulous and they were brutal. If you'd felt any remorse, you'd never have continued.
Once Lieutenant Stamets conveys the coordinates of a selected destination directly into Ripper, he knows exactly where to go.
The spores and the drive were functioning at a fraction of their capacity until we presented the mycelium with an animate co-pilot. That's the key. The tardigrade's alive. We just need to integrate the same sequence into a compatible species, one that understands its role in this process and engages willingly.
Captain, we're passing Warp 10.
We're trying to break the maximum warp barrier. Nothing in the universe can go Warp 10. It's a theoretical impossibility. If you were ever to reach Warp 10, you'd be traveling at infinite velocity.
It means that you would occupy every point in the universe simultaneously. In theory, you could go any place in the wink of an eye. Time and distance would have no meaning.
If Voyager achieved Warp 10, we could be home in as long as it takes to push a button.
Velocity? Warp 10.
That he did cross the warp threshold.
If that's true, then he could be anywhere in the universe.
That space and time and thought aren't the separate things they appear to be? I just thought the formula you were using said something like that.
Boy, don't ever say that again. Especially not at your age in a world that's not ready for such dangerous nonsense.
I've always suspected that this rate of speed was possible, of course, but at this level...
Captain's log supplemental. Our position is unknown, and our only chance of returning to the known universe is a dying alien.
But what got us here? Thought. Thought. You do understand, don't you, that thought is the basis of all reality. The energy of thought, to put it in your terms, is very powerful. I have the ability to act like a lens which focuses thought.
You're asking us to believe in magic.
This could seem like magic to you.
How are you capable of existing outside of the time loop?
Well, the tardigrade is a multidimensional creature, so it must be a side effect of combining its DNA with mine.
I exist outside the normal time stream.
You pulled yourself out of time, don't you see? You've evolved to a new level. You're ready to explore places where thought and energy combine in ways you can't even imagine.
Where does Suspiria live? On another array?
Oh, nothing so corporeal as that. She exists as pure sporocystine energy. She only assumes physical form when we need to communicate with her.
Does she occupy our space-time continuum?
I don't know.
I know it looks like a blob, but this is one of the most sophisticated life forms I've ever encountered. It has sentience, intention. The mycelial network doesn't just connect life, it contains it. It's an incubator.
Sporocystean life signs.
The caretaker?
The self-destruct program has been damaged. Now, this installation will not be destroyed, but it must be. Kaiser must not be allowed to gain control of it. They will annihilate the Akampa.
But when you meet Suspiria, I think you'll decide to join us.
Why?
Because Suspiria is your future. She's part of us, and we're a part of her. All the Okampa here are connected in a way that can't be put into words. And if you develop your abilities far enough, Suspiria will invite you to go with her to Exotia, a place the humanoids on this ship call a subspace layer, a place of pure thought, pure energy, a place of the mind. When you're ready, Suspiria will embrace you. Once you see beyond the physical, you see the universe as it truly is.
I will attempt to guide you in manipulating the flame at the subatomic level. Try to see past the surface, past the light, to the patterns of energy and matter.
I can see the essence of the fire.
Now reach out with your mind.
Something's happening. I can see further beyond the subatomic.
There is nothing beyond the subatomic.
But I can see it too, Vok. It's a new level of reality. It's beautiful. I want to try to control it.
I never anticipated injuries like this. Scan to determine if the helical trauma to the body is related to the spiral markings on the ship's hull.
I give to you.
This can't be right. Our speed is... it's impossible. We've just dropped out of whatever it was we were in.
Where are we?
9.5 thousand light years from where we just were.
She's thrown us safely beyond Borg space.
I'm altering subspace in a way that's never been conceived of before. We have always perceived the maximum speed of the Enterprise as a function of warp. But I know now, there are no limits. We will explore new worlds that we could never before have reached in our lifetime.
We're almost 30,000 light years from where we were.
Center of the galaxy.
Our destination at the center of the galaxy.
Center of the galaxy.
You are the first to find me. This starship, could it carry my wisdom beyond the barrier? It will carry my power to every corner of creation. I must have the ship.
Fuck you. I'm not giving you shit.
Give me what I want.
It's all perfectly logical to you, isn't it?